Alright, so let's continue. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a really good roll. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and today I'm back with another roll and write. And this time it is a Roll for Ruins, a game that will be on Kickstarter starting on Tuesday, November 19th, so just in a few days. And Marek, the designer of the game, has contacted me if I wanted to cover this. And I said, yeah, it looks very interesting. I definitely want to cover this. So yes, this is like a puzzle dungeon crawling game where we are trying to like move through specific levels here in our dungeon, and we are like picking up specific icons that can be bad or good. We're defeating enemies, we're getting new dice in order to defeat the dungeon. We play through 3 chapters. This is chapter 1 here, then we have chapter 2 and also chapter 3. In order to win the game, we need to go through get through each chapter and defeat all 3 bosses at the end of each chapter. Like each chapter has like 1 boss at the end. When we manage that, we win. If we at any time lose in between or have too much blight, then we lose, right? So that's pretty much like the gist of the game. So before we get started, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's get going. All right, there we go. As I've already mentioned, gameplay works like this, that we just move through, we start here at level 1, and then we just move down all the way, and you always see like these arrows here, right? These denote that we can go to the next level here, where the small arrows are at the top. We can start in one of these chambers and then move down again to the arrow, and then level 3, and so on. Here at the very end, right here, where the B1 is, this is where we need to go in level 5 and defeat the boss. I don't know if we will get that far, but we will try. For setup, you need 4 things. First of all, you need your chapter sheet. There are 3 chapter sheets. Then you need your main sheet here, where you put where you have the enemies, where you put the dice later on, where you have your abilities and the torments, graces, etc. I will get to that in just a moment. And then you need 8 dice in your pool, in your hand, it is called in the game. So 4 red, 4 blues. Also, you will have 4 of each more in the supply. We will be able to get those during the game, maybe. And also you need a pen. What I have done today is I have actually put them in these sleeves, right? So I can wipe everything off again. The reason is simple. You will be doing a lot of erasing in this game, so it makes sense to do it like this. You can also laminate it to make it even more professional. But to be honest, although I cover a lot of print break content on my channel, I don't have a lamination machine or laminating machine. I will have to get that at some point, but I don't have one because I don't need it very often, right? Because I usually like to write on the sheets instead of laminating them. All right, and with that, I would suggest we just jump right into gameplay. One more thing I need to do before we start. We get one starting dice effect. I will not go through all of them now, but I will go through those that I will actually use. And I want to use this one here. When I place 2 red dice, the right one I place, for an enemy, I can change the value by 1, increase it by 1. So I will just use that. I will just put a 1 in there. So that is fine. All right, let me also put that here because I will need that quite often. All right, so we will just start at level 1 at the top here or there. Here we get a flame. That means we might lose 1 red die at some point. Here we would get encounter an enemy, but only if we collect 3 of those, right? So we have the torments here. These are negative effects, and these come into play when we have 3 of the same symbol collected. Same thing with the graces. These are positive, and whenever we collect 3 of those, we get something positive, like getting a new die, unlocking a die effect, unlocking a path, reducing our blight again, right? Regarding blight, you see, I hope you can see it. There are these small numbers at the top of each box here, right? And here, for example, it says if I encounter an enemy, then I will choose that. So I will cross off 1 of the encounter enemy here, 1 of 3, and also I get 1 blight, and I will mark that up here. And this just means that when I do an encounter enemy, when I have these 3 full here, then I will see how many enemies are there and how difficult they are. They're these white symbols here, these gray and these black symbols. That means if I'm here with 1 white symbol, it means 1 simple enemy, right? If I'm over here, that's 2 enemies, 1 medium, 1 hard enemy, right? So that is the idea. So that was that. And now we don't have a choice. Now we just need to go further down. I counter another enemy and I get another Blight. I just continue. Then here I get 0 Blight, but I cross off 1 test resolve. These test resolves are Torments, but they're actually not bad. As long as I can keep my Blight low, I can roll a test later on when I have like 3 of those exclamation marks collected, and I can actually get something good if I don't have too much Blight. So we were here. So now we continue, and now we have a choice again. On the left we get 1 Blight and 1 star. The star means 1 unlock. We can like unlock 1 effect if we have 3 of those. That's very good. It's very, very helpful. On the right though we have a campfire and also 0 Blight. Collecting 3 campfires means we can reduce 4 Blight at some point. That is very good. So I will do that. Collect 1 campfire. Then down here, another enemy encounter. And there we go. Now we need to fight. Also increase Blight. So now we need to fight because you see we have 3 enemy encounter symbols. So I will remove those because we will now do that. Oops, I wiped that off. And now you see here we have 2 simple enemies. And now we have a really cool system because let me just show you here, because we have like these paper strips and we just pull that up until we have an enemy here that has that symbol, right? There are also more enemies down here with like the other symbols, but we are not fighting those yet. And then also a second enemy with the same symbol, like this. You see? That's like a pretty cool system. So that is now our combat encounter. How a combat encounter works is that we will now take a look here. This one has 2 health. This one has 2 health as well. Both have a flee value of 1, so I'm able to flee the battle if I wanted to. And this is the reward. Here's 1 star, and there's 1 campfire, which we need. Very good. How we fight is we roll these dice indicated here. So we roll 1 red one for this guy and 1 red one for this guy. So let's roll here. And we need to be higher, which I, of course, am not. Okay, of course. And then here, a 4. All right, so, and now there are several things that can happen. First of all, if I would be higher, like if I had this here, right? If I would be higher than this, then the enemy would lose 1 health. That's 1 of 2 health. That's great, and I will get my die back. Second option is, it's the same number, nothing happens. No damage for the enemy, but also I will not lose the die. If my die has a lower pip value than the value of the enemy's dice, then I will lose that die. And that's like kind of my health, right? Because if I lose all my dice, I lose the game. I also lose the game if the Blight is completely full here. And the last thing would be if I like somehow like maneuver myself into like a position where I can't go to any other chamber anymore. All right, so another round. Let's just do it. 3 and 4. So what we can do now is the following. I can now go to the put the 4 here and the 3 over there. And now this one is fine. So here I'm higher. That means I keep the die and also I damage the enemy by 1. That is good. Here I would lose my die, but I do have that effect here, right? So I can just push that down to effect 1 in that effect 1 row. So I can use that one and increase that one by 1 because it was the right of these 2 dice, right? So I would go up to a 4. That doesn't help me for winning, but I at least don't lose the die, right? All right, so let's continue. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a really good roll. So 6 is higher than 3. Damage, 6 is higher than 4. Also another damage. Very good, and I keep both dice, of course. And this enemy is defeated now, right? So because 2 health, we have damaged him twice. So we gain a star. That's like 1 of 3 stars we need to unlock another die effect. All right, so this one is gone. And now we just take the sheet of paper and we push it down again like this. And here we still need to fight. So let's see. That's a 4. I just get my die back. That's a 5. So we actually make it here. Wonderful. That's 2 health. We have damaged him twice. That's fine. So we get a campfire as a reward. And that was the battle. Alright. This can also go like really wrong if you just roll like 1s and 2s at the beginning, right? Then that's pretty much it. Alright, so and now we continue. Now we go down here, no Blight, but an arrow up. That means we go to the next level. And now we can start up here or there. Here we get a test. And here, there's like one, the first symbol for 3, that we might lose a blue die, because these blue dice are used for like harder enemies, right? Do I want to test? Down here I can remove Blight in there as well, right? So I could actually do this here. Take 1 Blight and also 1 test resolve, because I want to make a test later on. No Blight and the -1 blue die thing. Down here, 1 Blight and 1 encounter enemy. So it might now seem complicated, like, oh, I'm like crossing off all these stuff. But actually, you just go to the next box, you cross the Blight, and you cross off the symbol here. And as soon as you have 3 of the same symbol, then you do whatever that effect says. And that's it. It's like really, really simple. So here now, I could now take the detour in order to get a key. But I don't really care too much. So I will just go down here, 0 Blight, and a campfire. And now you see, I have 3 campfires. That means I can now remove these 3. And I can also remove 4 Blight. Because remember, we don't want to have full Blight, because then we lose. And also, we want to have simpler enemies. Then down here, that's 2 Blight. That's quite a bit. Oh, I should have also removed these here. And that's why I would suggest putting them in these sleeves like I did, or actually laminating them, because you will be erasing a lot of stuff. And also I get like these gems here, and if I have 3 of these gems, I get 1 green die, and these green die are wilds. I can use them in place of red and blue dice, which is pretty cool. Then we go further down here, another Blight and also another star. So, and now I could either take a detour. Yeah, I will take a detour for sure. I will take a detour here, no Blight, but a test resolve. All right, so now we do a test. So what happens is I remove all 3 of these, and what I do now is now I take just 1 die. Let me just take a blue one, and now we will roll. And you see like the numbers from 1 to 6 down here. So let's just roll. That's a 4. So right here, and now it says if my Blight is lower or equal to 9, then I get a sword icon, which is good. If it's higher or equal to 10, then I get like one of these bad icons that let me remove a blue die at some point. But I have less than 9 Blight, right? So that means I actually get a sword icon. 3 sword icons, and I get another red or blue die, which is very important because I lost the red die already. Down here, no Blight, but a star. I have 3 stars, as you can see, right? So we remove these 3 marks here, and I get a new unlock effect. So I can unlock a new die effect here, and I will take this one here. This one now lets me swap the red and blue die. That means I can now also increase the left die by 1, right? That is very important. Okay, and then we continue here. No Blight, but we go up the next level. All right, now we can start either there or here. Let me just see. I would like to get the campfire here and also this campfire. So it would make sense to stay on the left side here, right? So anything else? Swords. Are there any swords? There's one down here. We will get that anyway before we leave. And there's a sword there. Very good. So I will stay on the left side for sure. So let me go here. That's no Blight and a test resolve icon. Then I want to take this campfire here. No Blight. Then I have to go to this enemy here. So that's 1 Blight and 1 encounter enemy. What about the key? I don't really care about the key too much. I don't care about unlock effects either. So I will just go down here. No Blight and an exclamation mark. Then I will have to go to the left here. Here, 1 Blight. Oh. And also 1 of these flames. 3 flames, then I lose a red die. So we don't really want that. I don't really care about the key at the moment. So I will just go down here. Another Blight, and also I get a star. So, and now I want that sword for sure. So I will go to the left, 1 Blight, 1 encounter enemy, and yeah, we have another fight. We have another enemy encounter here, so let me just wipe that off. And we have an easy enemy, which I don't find that easy, and also a medium one there. Like this guy in this coat. Okay. So, and now we roll. First of all, we roll the red die here. That is a 1. That is very bad. And then we roll a red and a blue die. Like this. Okay. So now I will use my power again. I can, like one of these two red die, I can increase by 1. I will increase this one by 1 here. That means this one we lose, and these two we don't lose, but we also don't deal any damage. This one actually needs 3 health. That we need, like 3 damage we need to inflict. The issue now is that I could also run, right? And running means, now I can explain that, fleeing, that value beside the foot is like a value I need to pay in graces, right? So there's a 1, that means I need to pay 1 grace to flee. But I can't do that because this enemy has an X. That means this one doesn't allow me to flee. So I will need to defeat that one first. Now I have the issue, I have only 2 red dice left. If I lose one of them, I'm pretty much like lost. I pretty much lost, right? So I could also not put a die here. Then I would just lose a blue die. But that's not going to help either. So let's just roll these dice and just hope it's something good. It is not. Alright, so I think there's a very short playthrough because I will be... well, actually not quite. There is one thing I can still do. Because there's one thing I haven't shown you yet, and that is that bottle over here. You see a bottle here, and I can cross off the top die in order to re-roll a die. And that's what I will do. I will have to do that. So let me cross that off. But the second and third one I can cross off here. It comes with a penalty in the Torments section here. But let's see. That is a 4. Okay, that is fine. That is enough. So that is 1 damage here. And also like 2 damage here because both dice are higher, right? So that is not too bad. Okay, let's do it again. Alright, perfect. 6, 5, 4. That's 1 damage here, 2 damage here. So they're all defeated. Wonderful. Wow, that was really close. I get 1 star. Also, I get 1 campfire. Very good. 1 more campfire and we can reduce Blight again. Wonderful. So let me remove all of this here. Let me push these down again because we don't have an enemy left anymore. Okay, I definitely need to reduce my Blight as soon as possible. But I will do so in just a moment here. So then we continue further down here. Increase 1 Blight. Get 1 sword. Alright, 1 more sword and I can get back a red die. Down there then. Then we go over here, no Blight, but we get our 3rd campfire. That means we can reduce 4 Blight again, like this. Very cool. And then I go down here, enemy encounter and Blight. There would be another campfire down here, but I will have to use this one here, which is a tunnel. That means I would have to go to another tunnel, and I don't want to do that. So I can't get that campfire, unfortunately. So I will just go over here, one of these drops, and then I go down here, 1 Blight, but also 1 sword. And now you see I have 3 swords. That's really what I wanted to do. So now I gain a red or blue die. Of course, I will take a red one. And then I go over here, no Blight, and we go up to the next level. So we're now on level 4. So I made it 3 levels. That's good. Alright, so either we start there or there. I need campfires and also need these emeralds. But there are no emeralds here. So I think there will be one up here someplace, there. But only if I have a key. I have never collected any keys, so that's not going to be possible. There's 1 key there and 1 key there. Yeah, I will not be able to collect any. So what else would I need? Swords are good, and campfires, of course. So there's a campfire, there's one, and there's one. I couldn't reduce my Blight quite a bit. Can I move here without any enemies? Oh, I can't. I can't collect all campfires. Only 2. Only 2 of them. And if I go in here, I will move there, and then I will lose. So I will have to go over here. Okay, then let's do that. So let me start then. Let me then start here. Then I can get the campfire. Oh man, you see, and there are like a lot of tough decisions here, right? How do I want the campfire or the enemy thing? Well, I can encounter another enemy. That's fine. I'm still doing okay. Not great, but I'm doing okay. So let me go over here. Let me start over here. No Blight, but encounter enemy. No Blight, but campfire. That's good. Then here, 1 Blight and 1 key. Then here, 1 blight and also 1 encounter enemy. So we will have a next battle. Alright. So let's do that. And that's going to be a tougher one, right? So it's going to be 1 simple enemy and 2 mediums. So that will be a lot tougher now. Come on, come on. There we go. It's like this weird bug creature. Alright, so that's 3 red dice and 2 blue ones. But luckily I got that 1 red die, right? Otherwise I would almost lose pretty much. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we have a 5, that's fine, a 4, a 2, and then we have a 2 and a 3. And of the 2 red dice here, adjacent to each other, the right one I can increase by 1, like this. So that means this one, 1 damage. This one, also 1 damage. And this one, also 1 damage. Alright. All the equals, I will not do damage, but I will just get them back. Okay. So that worked out quite well. So then here we have 5, 6, 6. That's all good. 3 here, and the 1 I will lose, unfortunately. So 1 damage here. 2 damage here, 1 damage here, and I will lose this die. Alright, so these 2 are defeated actually. So I will get 1 star, that's an unlock effect, we will do that in just a moment, and 1 campfire, very good. So these are gone. And that's an interesting system here, because you don't really level up, you don't get experience, right? But you do like get these symbols here in order to like just like get through the dungeon and also become a little bit better if you get like these dice. So in this one now I could attack again. What I could also do is flee. Right? That means I would have to remove 1 here. And I think I will do that. You know what? I will flee because if I win, I will get this effect here. That's a bad one anyway, right? So let me just maybe flee. Yeah, let me just flee. So that means I will have to remove. Let me remove this star here again, like this. And then we can just go on with our lives. Alright. So, I was here, then I go down here. Tunnel, so I will go over here. That's 1 blight. And then, yeah, this potion wouldn't be too bad, right? Like, get 1 potion back. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go over here. That's 1 blight, but also 1 campfire. That means I can now reduce 4 blight again. I have way too much blight here. I need to be careful. Then here, 1, 2, 3 blight again. So I'm back up to all blight again, but I do get that 1 potion back. Also get 1 sword, and I can go up to the next level. All right. Level number 5, and then we are through. Okay, so let's see, what do I want? 2 swords, can I get those? There is 1 sword there. There's only 1 sword, right? That's kind of bad, actually. That's pretty bad. That means I will not be able to get a new die. There is an emerald here, but only 1, so I will also not get a green die. So we just need to get through here. Actually, I could also like take. You know what? Let me start here with the. Exclamation mark, because there are 2 swords, and I can do that. Let me just start up here. That's an exclamation mark, and that means I can do a test resolve. Now I just need to roll. Anything but a 4 or 5. That's a 6. I need to have 12 blight or less, which I do, so I can remove 1 blight. That is nice. And then I go down here. That's 1 blight and 1 campfire. I move down here, 1 blight in the tunnel, and that means I am over here now. And then I will move down to get 1 blight and 1 sword. Oh man, these blights are really messing me up now. Can I get through without getting another encounter? I maybe can. I might be able to. Going down here, I have to. 1 Blight, 1 encounter enemy. Then I will go to the... here's a campfire. I can't go to the left here. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, then I will just go down here. That's 1 Blight and also 2 more exclamation marks. And then let me go here. 1 Blight, 1 star, so I get an unlock effect. Let's see which unlock effect I can get. Do I have anything good here? This one would be interesting, right? So I could either remove then 1 die. Here I could just re-roll a die, either the left red or the right blue one, and then subtract 1 from the other. That could be helpful, right? Yeah, I think I will do that. Let me use this one here. Okay. And then let's continue. Down here would be a campfire, which I can't use anymore anyway. So let me go here to the... but I have so much Blight. No, I can't do that. I have way too much Blight. I don't want to do any tests anymore. You know that I will just go down here, gain 1 more Blight. Oh, I'm close to losing. Get another campfire, and then we go here. And there, now it says B1. That means now we have our boss fight. So, 1 means, right, it's the one on the very left. Like 1, 2, 3. That means we pull that all the way up to B1. And here you see we have our boss fight. We do get 2 stars in the campfire if we win. Here is a die value with a question mark. That means we now take a red and a blue die. We roll both, and the one with the higher value we put there. That is a 4. So a blue 4. All right, let's fight. We need 2 blues and 2 reds. It's gonna be rough. Oh, also we need to roll another red die here because there's a question mark. Oh, wow, that is horrible. Okay, I think we're gonna lose. Oh man, we are so gonna lose. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. 4. Well, if we lose anyway, we can do it maybe like this. Let's see. So that means I will now use power number 3. Right? That means this one will be -1. So I will lose it anyway because, right, it's like it's 0 then. And this one I will re-roll. It's a 1. That is not enough. Let me re-roll it again. Come on. 6. Very good. So that's it now. So 4 is higher than 3. That's 1 damage. 6 is higher than 5. 1 damage. 1 is lower than 4. We lose the die. 3 is higher than 1. 1 damage. All right, we have done 3 of 5 damage. I just need to do 2 more damage, and we got the first boss. All right, come on. Oh no, that's wrong. Wait, that's wrong. No. We need to roll 2 reds and 2 blues like this. Sorry, let me repeat that. That is definitely a worse roll than I just had. But let's see. What can we do? Let me put that one there, this one here, this one there, this one there. And I have nothing that I can really do here. Not really. Alright, then I will lose this one here. I will do 1 damage here, and these 2 I will just take back. Alright, 4 damage. 1 more damage, come on. And yeah, we make it. Oops, that was a 6, I think. Bam, and like that. So, and now we do enough damage, like 3 damage to win. But I think I'll still lose that die, right? So, we have defeated the enemy, so the boss, so we get 2 stars, and we get a campfire. And the campfire lets us immediately reduce 4 Blight, because we have filled that up. That is good. Alright, so these are the dice that I still have left, I think, right? Yeah. So we pull that down again. And what we do now is, now we just remove the chapter 1 sheet and we take the chapter 2 sheet and continue. And when we're done with chapter 2, we also have chapter 3. So I will not play through chapter 2 and 3 now as well, right? So we have not won the game yet because I've only made it through chapter 1. But you can see here I almost have no dice left, right? I'm far from getting green die. I might get a red or blue die. Soonish here I will get one there. That's fine. I will get another red one. But you see, like, it's like very rough. I started with 8 dice at the beginning. Now I have 3 with a chance of getting another one. To have like 4. So you see, like, it's really, really tough, right? So yeah. Really tough game, but I will stop playing here now. I would have to go through chapter 2 and 3 as well in order to be able to win the game. And that is how you play the game Roll for Ruins by Heavy Punch Games and designed by Marek Vogelsinger. But how do I like the game? Let me give you my first impressions here. The game is very straightforward, both in its style and its gameplay. The rules are intuitive and simple, but leave quite some room for tactical plays, as you could see. Roll for Ruins is a very elegant game, since the rules are really simple and not very long, but the gameplay is quite deep. You have quite a few options of what to do. I like this. The enemy system with the sheet you slide through the window is very cool. Yes, it's a bit gimmicky, but it does make the gameplay experience smoother and leaves you with less components to handle. This is also quite elegant. Although there is a bit of dice mitigation here with the bottle and also the dice effects, I have played games where bad rolls just make you lose lots of dice. It's possible to die early in the game no matter how well you played. This is quite frustrating, but then again the game plays quite quickly depending on which chapter you are, especially if you have laminated your sheets. By the way, I highly suggest you do, as I said, or you can also put the paper in these sheets here like I did. Because you will do a lot of erasing, as you just saw while I played. All in all, I like the game. It may be a bit too prone to luck, but the gameplay loop is very elegant, being simple yet tactical. I can see myself playing this game in the future again. If you like what you saw here today, why don't you check out the Kickstarter campaign? You will find the link as usual in this video's description. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for sticking to the very end. As usual, I'm thankful for all of your support. Especially I want to give a shout out to my generous patrons, and the biggest thanks go out to Thecos, who supported me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. You can support me by watching, liking and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, supporting me on Patreon if you wish to do so, and joining my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video. Take care everyone, stay safe, and cheers.